Hello, everybody. My name is Douglas Arnold Armstrong. I'm the official head honcho here at Happy Texas Reviews. Thank you for guys who are watching the live stream. If you guys are just watching after the stream ends, thank you guys also so much for watching. Make sure you guys leave a like, subscribe, join up as a group member if you have not already. And in this review, we are, of course, talking about the horror thriller Crawl. If you guys have already seen this film during its opening weekend, which is this past weekend, leave a comment in the comment section and tell me what you guys thought about it. If you guys agree with what I say in this video or disagree, I really want to hear your guys' opinions about this horror thriller. So I'm just going to talk about it briefly, positives and some negatives. This is going to be a really short video because honestly there's not all that much to talk about. First time I saw this trailer for Crawl, I honestly thought, okay, this looks like, Jaws, Piranha, Lake Placid, just your typical something's trying to eat humans kind of horror thriller blockbuster, just fun film, and that's what it is. It's just a fun film. So it's about this guy, and his name's Dad. His name is Dad for the whole movie, and then his daughter, and honestly, the character names don't matter. So it's dad and daughter, and they're in this house trying to get out while in the middle of a Category 5 hurricane, and there's alligators trying to eat them, and we have a quote-unquote horror thriller summer blockbuster monster film. And that's the general gist. Honestly, it's a good horror thriller for the summer to watch. I went and saw it because my mom wanted to see it. That's about it. I really had no interest in seeing this film whatsoever. I was like, okay, it looks okay. I was like, okay, you know what? I'll probably wait for it to come to Family Video and I'll rent it and watch it once. Honestly, unless you're a big horror monster thriller fan, I highly encourage you to wait until it comes to a rental place or Netflix or whatever. It's really not worth the ticket price admission. I mean, we went and saw it matinee for $5 a person, and honestly, I think that was still really steep for this type of film. The storm CGI and the alligator special effects were amazing. You felt like the alligators were really there, even though they're not. You felt like the hurricane and everything that's going on, the storm effects and whatnot, was believable. You felt like you could actually have been there, and that's just a good job. It has a good enough runtime of about 90 minutes, so it doesn't overstay its welcome. I honestly think this movie was a bit of a drag, however, and I'll get to that in a second, where I think 20 to 30 minutes of the film could have been cut out. I also liked the ticking time bomb aspect of this film where the water's constantly rising, which allows the alligators to access more parts of the quote-unquote crawl space / basement and the rest of the house, which is really cool. It just added to the suspense and horror element of the film. And the alligators actually kill people in this film. That's a real big problem I have with a lot of monster movies, is that when they make a monster movie, the monsters don't kill anybody. And I'm like, how are you supposed to be this monster and this threat and a horror thriller film if you don't ever kill anybody? And that was a problem I was thinking in my mind. I'm like, okay, all I see in this trailer is a couple people, and then you got some side people. And I'm like, I know these side people are going to die, but I'm like, I didn't realize they're going to kill 5 people off in this film. I'm like, good job. It added to the tension. It allowed for some amazing, alligator eating human moments, and I was just like, yay, there's blood and gore and guts. You earned your rating. Great job. So like I said, it's a good film to watch once, but honestly, I'm probably never going to see it again. I won't really see it again, and it's a film even if you see it again, I mean, even if you see it once, you're probably going to forget it. I've seen it, and I will probably forget the entire plot line by tomorrow morning. Honestly, it's just that type of film where you watch it just for fun's sake. And it's not bad because of that. It's just we live in this world where, we got the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the DC movies, everything's a series like Star Wars and whatnot. And so when it comes to a singular film like Crawl, it's really hard to be like, yay, this was amazing. It's good on its own merit. I'm just not going to remember it at all. Negatives. Let's talk about why this movie is called Crawl. This movie's called Crawl because this 90-minute film, like 45 minutes of it takes place in a crawl space of a Florida house. Now, I guess these exist. Honestly, I don't think they do, but I guess they do according to my mom. So I'll believe whatever she says. um, but this crawl space in this Florida basement house does not feel like a crawl space. Like the first time we get to see the crawl space at the beginning of the movie, the daughter character is actually crawling around. And I'm like, okay, so this is a crawl space. I get this. Then somehow throughout the rest of the film, it turns into not being a crawl space, and people can stand up in it while the water's rising, and allows for people to dive in. And I'm like, so the crawl space, especially towards the end of the film, becomes a basement. That's a big problem. Like either you're crawling around in this space with the alligators, or you can swim around and you can stand up while the water's rising and almost drowned. So I'm kind of confused as to was this a crawl space or a basement in a Florida house? Just saying, I'm kind of confused on that department. Next negative I have about this film is that 20 to 30 minutes of the beginning part of the film is nothing but a long drag setup of characters and the house and the crawl space and backstory. And I'm just like, I came here to see people try to not get eaten by alligators. I don't care that this person is a quote unquote professional swimmer. I don't care that these two people are having a marital problems. I don't care that this daughter character has another daughter with a daughter. And some stupid love interest in the cops. And oh, look, there's three people and they're taking out ATMs from 7-Eleven. I don't care. I want to see our two main protagonists trying to survive scenarios where alligators are trying to kill them. So, yeah, it takes 20 to 30 minutes to actually get to that good stuff. So that kind of drove me insane. I honestly felt like everybody, both the main and the side characters, and especially the dog named Sugar, they all should have died. Everyone that was ever introduced in this film that you actually get to see on screen should have died. Only five of the 8 characters that are actually in this film die. 2 cops and 3 robbers that are breaking into a 7-Eleven stealing ATMs. The 2 main protagonists and the dog Sugar somehow survive, even though they shouldn't have. Because, I mean, the daughter character, she gets bitten in the leg, some spiders bite her on the head, and then she magically is walking on glass, and none of this is stopping her from being in pain really throughout the whole film. Like the glass being in her feet, that doesn't even like phase her at all. I'm like, don't you think the glass that you just broke a window from would be hurting your feet? Like show at least some blood or something. It doesn't even do that. How are you walking on this leg that not only did you tie off so there's no blood circulation, which means technically you should be hopping around, how are you not like still in pain? I'm like, I don't get that. And then the dad character, he gets bit on part of his chest by an alligator, and then he loses an arm. Like, how are you able to do some of the things that you're able to do in this film? I don't get this. And the dog should die. There's a one scene where the dog is swimming down a hallway that's flooded, and I'm like, I'm waiting for that alligator to show up. Anytime, 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 anytime. And there's an alligator behind that dog the whole time. It just never eats the dog. No, it ends up going straight for the dad character and takes an arm off. So this film is don't kill dogs because dogs are cool, I guess. It's dumb. Also, this film has a constant set of events. There's always something happening. It's like clockwork. Boom, boom, boom. It's just stuff constantly happening in order to escape the house. This film doesn't allow you time to breathe. Like almost like, oh gosh, could this movie take like a 2-second breather? And it doesn't really. And constantly, I feel like the characters are always taking 2 steps forward or 1 step back. And it kind of, they actually make a joke about that in the film, which is kind of good. But at the same time, it's like kind of annoying because I'm like, okay, the runtime is ridiculous. I'm just like, this movie needs to end. Get to the rooftop, please. Oh, we got another 30 minutes? I wonder how they're going to drag this film out. um, and then lastly, for negatives, the crawl space having holes in the wall is stupid. Like, I understand that this house, quote unquote, is under construction, but I'm like, it shouldn't have that type of problem. Especially, why in the world is the basement part of the house being constructed and being worked on during hurricane season? You don't build a Florida house right before or during the hurricane season in Florida. That's just stupid too. I guess the holes in the wall just, it allows for certain events to happen in the film. Like, hey, I can shine a light, or hey, the water's coming in through the holes in the wall. I'm like, if there wasn't no holes in the wall, there's certain stuff in this film that never would have happened. Just saying. I feel like this is one of those scenes where it's like, because movie needed to happen. With that, guys, I'm going to give Crawl a 7 out of 10. Honestly, wait for it to come through a rental place or Netflix. Don't waste your time and energy seeing it at the theater. You don't need to waste your time. And seeing it on the big screen is not a big ordeal, honestly. So, with that, guys, I'm going to wrap it up, and I will see you guys all Thursday for Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 review. Have a good one, guys.